Lest we forget, uh, tariffs right now are a U.S. problem. They really aren't impacting the rest of the world from a consumer standpoint. And what I mean by that is, with the exception of the United States, every other country in the world is free to do business with China without massive tariffs being placed on their consumers. Now, the United States is the largest uh, purchaser of imported items in the world because we have a significant population of fairly affluent people, and even those people that aren't affluent spend a lot of money. We like our comforts and we buy a lot of things. But don't think for a second that China cannot weather this tariff storm for a long, long time. Uh, Only about 12% of their export goes to the U.S., and there are countries that are lined up willing to increase their imports from China and fill the void that the United States is going to uh, leave behind. So, we might have ourselves in a conflict here that we never should have gotten into. This is kind of the equivalent of our Cold War military doctrine called mutually assured destruction. Uh, Only in this case, we fired first, and China has understandably retaliated. Uh, this just never should have happened. It's economically, financially, it was shooting ourselves in the foot, and there was no cause uh, that could justify going nuclear, so to speak, in an economic sense. So just remember, when you hear some of the things that are being said uh, on various news programs about how we're going to come out on top of this, and how the rest of the world stands behind us. Quite honestly, we're pretty much out front on this, and we don't have a lot of people that are likely to really take our side. Uh, I mean, if you'll recall, for 90 days prior to the tariffs, U.S. government officials pretty much went on alienate the world campaign all over the place, visiting every country and insulting them, threatening them, and just generally speaking, acting like a bunch of dickheads. Uh, so yeah, we don't have a lot of allies in this fight, and we probably shouldn't. This is not a fight that should have been started, and I feel for all the business people in the U.S. that will suffer because of this, and that's about it. I just wanted to put that out there. Uh, since the tariffs were announced last week, as a 8-figure Amazon seller, I have figured out ways around the tariffs. I am rerouting some of my products into other countries. I am going to be sourcing from other countries. My business is fairly resilient. I wasn't anticipating tariffs, or at least not tariffs of this magnitude, but there were some plans in place should China become a country that was not easy to import from anymore. So I already had some sourcing coming out of Vietnam and India and some other countries, and I also sourced some of my products from the U.S. Wherever possible, I bought in my home country. But it's going to take some adjustment and some time. But in the long run, things are going to work out. Americans aren't going to stop buying, and Americans aren't going to stop importing. So just keep your head down, keep your wits about you. Don't panic if you're a business owner, and options will be coming your way.